And girls, happy Monday. It's week 5 and today we're continuing learning about sentences. So on Thursday we reviewed what a complete sentence is. So a complete sentence is an independent clause, which means it has a subject and a predicate and it makes a complete thought. Today our focus is going to be a compound sentence. So a compound sentence has two independent clauses. Two independent clauses. Now, independent means they can stand alone. It means both sentences are complete. So it has two complete sentences, okay? And we've learned this before. Again, this is a review, but this is to help you get really strong when you're creating your sentences in your writing. With creating compound sentences, you need coordinating conjunctions. That's our big, fancy 4th grade word for fanboys. So we've talked about the fanboys before many times, and what these words do, which we'll talk about in just a minute, help combine the two independent clauses into a compound sentence. Okay, so let's talk about the fanboys. So we have 4. Okay, now each of these has a specific meaning. Okay, so 4 gives kind of like a reason. Okay, and combines two similar ideas. Nor kind of means neither. It's a negative term. So I will not eat my breakfast, nor will I go to school. Okay, so these are two things that won't happen. Okay, but shows contrast, and I'll be posting an anchor chart for you anyway. Or means you're having two choices, so it's the opposite of nor. Nor you're not doing anything or getting any of those, but or means you might do one or you might do the other. You might have one or you might have the other. It's a choice. Yet also shows contrast, just like but, and so gives you a result, okay, of something. So I don't have any more milk, so I will go get some at the store. Result of not having milk. So these fanboys are very specific in their meaning, which means you can't use them in every sentence. You have to use them in a sentence that connects with the meaning. So that's another thing about compound sentences. Not only are you combining and making sure you have those two independent clauses, but you're also making sure that you have the correct conjunction to combine them together. Okay? Now on part A, it's a little bit of a review and a little bit of what's new, because we're going to be looking at, is it simple or is it compound? Now remember, simple means it's only one independent clause or one complete sentence. It only has one sentence that can stand alone. So let's look at it. I see a lot of trash around my school. Well, my subject is I, and my predicate is see a lot of trash around my school. That is a complete sentence, so I label it. It's only one, so it is simple. Okay, it's just a simple sentence, a basic sentence. Let's look at number 2. We have garbage cans, but they are always overflowing. So I have we have garbage cans. That's a complete sentence because it has a subject, it has a predicate, it has a complete thought, it's independent, it can stand alone. So that's complete. And then I have this special word here showing contrast, remember? And then I have they are always overflowing. So I have another complete sentence. So this is what makes a compound sentence. I have two complete sentences. I have a comma with my fanboys, and this has created my compound sentence. So this is a perfect example of a compound sentence, okay? You're always making sure you have those two complete sentences or independent clauses. If you don't, it's not a compound sentence. Let's continue on, okay? I can ignore the problem. What can I do? Well, they can ignore the problem. So that's a complete sentence, okay? I notice my comma, I notice my fanboy. That means choice, so it means they're going to ignore the problem or something else might happen. And then it says so I have another subject, can do something about it. So I have my two complete sentences. I have my subject, who is my person. I have my action, what are they doing? I have another subject, who is my person. I have another different action, what are they doing? So you'll notice that when you're having two complete sentences, you'll see two separate ideas, two independent clauses that are both complete thoughts. So I could write a sentence that says, I can ignore the problem, period. I can also write a sentence that says, I can do something about it, period. And both of those would be complete on their own. So this is another example of a compound sentence, okay? Let's look at the next one. Number 4, read it with me. I would like to start a recycling program at my school, okay? Subject, I. And what is I going to do? Ask yourself. Find out what the predicate is. Ask yourself questions. Well, they want to start a recycling program. So that's a complete sentence. It's only one. So it's going to be simple. Okay? Last one, number 5. Read it with me. Get ready. I will come up with a plan and then I will talk to the principal. Okay? So first, this subject, I, is going to come up with a plan. That's a complete sentence. And then we have this fanboys that is combining similar ideas. Then I will talk to the principal. Okay, that's a subject. What are they going to do? Will talk to the principal. Now, if you see an extra word in between, don't worry. It could be a time word. This is a transition word. Then it's telling you that something's going to be happening next. But there is still a complete sentence here. Don't worry about then. Okay? It is an extra descriptive word to help tell when. So that's fine there. Now I have two complete sentences combining with my comma and conjunction. I have a compound sentence. So as you're working today and you are reviewing, I want you to go back and look at what these compound sentences have. Okay? How are they different from the simple sentence? Look at your notes. Think about what a compound sentence needs to have in order to have these conjunctions and commas. Okay? Let's do one more together. Number 1. Because in this one, you're going to be using the correct fanboys here. Tonight I will practice what to say, blank. I will be convincing. Okay? Now, here we're looking for what do these words mean? Which one fits best? Tonight they're going to practice. Okay, so they're going to do something. They're going to practice. I will be convincing. Could them be convincing a reason for practicing? Like, is practicing a reason they're going to be convincing? Is it a similar idea? Is it neither? They're not doing any of those. They're having a choice. They're going to do this or they're going to do that. Is it a contrast? Are they going against each other, these ideas? Okay, or is it a result of something? Think about that. What do you think the best one is? And you can do, process of elimination. You could say, tonight I will practice what to say, but I will be convincing. Tonight I will practice what to say, nor I will be convincing. Tonight I will practice what to say, for I will be convincing. And you'll notice they're giving you some answers in the box here. So they're really limiting what type of fanboys you're going to use, but you still need to know what they mean, because you might have to use these interchangeably when you're being a writer on your own. But think. Tonight I will practice what to say and I will be convincing. Tonight I will practice what to say so I will be convincing. Now sometimes you'll notice more than one will sound correct, but you want to really give that really important meaning to what they're trying to say. So it says, tonight I will practice what to say so I will be convincing. Okay? Because this is a result of them practicing. If they practice, they will be able to be convincing, because they will be knowing what they're going to say. So you're really using your thinking skills, your context clues, and looking at what are the ideas. Now, just adding a fanboys is not enough, okay? Because when you have complete on the left and complete on the right, do you remember? You need two helpers to make it right, and it tells you right here. Complete each compound sentence by adding a comma and a conjunction. So I also need a comma here. Why am I using a comma? Because it is a compound sentence. Have to use a comma with your fanboys when it is a compound sentence. Not when it's simple, but when it's compound. Okay? So today, you need to be making sure you are circling the subject, underlining the predicate, okay? Label your complete sentence. And then if you're checking a fanboy, you're going to box it in. Or if you're adding a fanboy, you're going to use the correct meaning of the fanboys. And lastly, okay, make sure you have that comma with fanboys. Now, you're doing this if you have how many complete sentences? When do you need to add a comma? If you have how many complete sentences? What do you think? 2. Yes. So let's add that. Comma with fanboys with 2 complete sentences. Has to have 2. So again, go back to your examples at the top. Alright? So on today's exit ticket, you are creating some compound sentences by adding the commas and the conjunctions. Okay? So you're combining these sentences. Doesn't mean they go straight across. You have to connect similar ideas, and you have to match a fanboys that make sense with the meaning of those ideas. And don't forget to add your comma. Once you do that, you're going to go on teams. Then I gave you some options. You're going to compare. Make sure you choose the correctly written sentence. Does it have the comma in the right place? Does it have a good conjunction that actually goes with the ideas, that makes sense? So go back to your meanings. Alright? Go back to your notes. Pause the video. Replay it. Whatever you need to do. Use your resources, the anchor charts I provide. Have a really awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.